Hello everyone, this is Remus and welcome to another R&R Partners video. Today is a special video because we have a new friend. Heard that most of you were complaining about the audio quality, so from now on we have a mic that theoretically is professional, so the sound quality must be improved from this video onwards. Today we are going to talk about changing your Romanian residency permit or your certificate of registration if you are a EU citizen. Now, there are some information that you will find on either the certificate of registration or the residency permit, and this information are name and surname, date of expiration, and an address. Therefore, we'll tackle them all along, and there's another special situation. For example, if you lose or destroy your residency permit, what you need to know about that situation. Starting with the first step is changing your name. Most of you are interested if you change your name, what happens if you are obliged to do anything with the public authority or not. How can you change your name? That's simple, usually by marriage. Usually one of the spouses takes the name of the other spouse and changes legally his or her name, and you have a new name. According to the Romanian Immigration Authority, the change of name must not appear in a marriage certificate. For example, if you married in Romania and you have in your marriage certificate change your name to the one of your spouse, or you jointly took each other's name, that's not enough. You need a second step, and that step is to change your passport. The residency permit is issued in accordance with your passport, not the marriage certificate. So even if you are married with a Romanian citizen, the only thing that you may change on your residency permit is your status. You're no longer a student or a worker, you're a family member of a EU citizen if you married a EU citizen, or of a Romanian citizen if you married a Romanian citizen. The following step is first to have the marriage registered, second to change your passport, and after you change your passport you have a gap of 30 days. So if you surpass those 30 days you might get a fine from the authority, to go at the authority and register your change of name with them. There's another possibility. If you look on your residency permit, you have an address on it. So the next option is if you change your address from one place to another, you will need to change your residency permit or your certificate of registration. Most of you will be in this situation, and you need to know what happens when you change your address. The first thing you need to know is that you have the same term, 30 days, after you made the change to go with the public authority and register the change. Keep in mind that once you register the new address, you need to provide the proof that you moved to a new address. If you're an EU citizen, then that's simpler, but if you're a non-EU citizen, you will need to provide the full documentation for a new house as you submitted when you originally registered your residency. Also, keep in mind that in either case, you will need to bring a full file. How do you count the 30 days? Usually is the moment that you changed your address to the new place you are living in. So there might be periods in which you have two places. So we usually go with the date when you closed the previous contract and you had only the new one where you are living. The last thing that might change is the situation in which you lost or destroyed your residency permit. If you lost or destroyed the residency permit, then you'll have to go to the public authority in 48 hours. Usually that's a quite short term, so you'll have to gather all the documents quite fast and go and submit the documentation. In this case, you will need to bring also the whole file once again. What does bringing a new file mean? It means that you need to pay all the taxes that you previously paid if you do not register under a new condition. For example, now you register as a family member, you do not have the same taxes as a worker. So even if you will change only your address, for example, you will need to bring all the proof that you are still employed, all the medical checkup, the taxes and everything. The same goes with the lost or destroyed permit. The authority will not issue a new permit on the spot or something like that. Or if you just change your name, you do not bring only the document that attested the change of name and the request for a new permit. You'll have to bring the whole file again to the authority and they will process it and issue a new card. Unfortunately, in the Romanian legislation, we do not have, even though these small procedures are mentioned, we do not have a special procedure for them. So you need to file once again with all the documents ready. Maybe you're in the happy situation in which you do not change anything during the course of 1 year. So the next thing that we are going to discuss is your situation, which is to extend your residency permit. According to the law, you must submit the file for extending the residency permit 30 days prior to the date in which it expires. So if your permit expires on the 31st of December, by the 1st of December you will have to file at the public authority. That means that you need to start a procedure roughly 60 days before or 15 days before, depending on your time and how busy you are. But we usually get all the documents rolling quite far from before the term, so we will file online with 15 days before the term and then we will get a date for submitting at the authority. Why is this important? Because you might risk getting a gap in your residency permit. What does a gap mean? A gap means that you will restart your term for the residency permit. We have a video regarding the residency permit. We also have videos regarding gaining your first residency permit. All of them are linked down below in the description of this video, so if you're interested or you didn't watch them, you can check them out. If you already watched the permanent residency video, you already know that you will need 5 years of legal and continuous stay in Romania. The legal stay, that is the interpretation of the authority and means that you need to stay in Romania for 5 years without any gaps in the residency permits. If you have one gap, you will start from the beginning. Even though nothing changed in your stay in Romania, you're on the same visa and everything, the fact that you pay a fine will not mean that everything is connected and you will just start from the beginning. This is everything that you need to know about changing your Romanian residency permit. If you are interested in similar topics, you can follow our channel. If you like this video and if you like the sound quality, you can give us a like down below. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We also have a blog on rrpb.ro in which we have written articles regarding various subjects. Last and not least, if you have a burning question that you need to answer quickly, you can email us at office@rrpb.ro and we will reply as fast as possible. Until next time, see you!